Hello everyone, and welcome to my next video for Dissidia Final Fantasy Opera Omnia, in which I'm going to be doing something I have not done in a little while. I'm going to be doing another pull video. I haven't done these in quite some time because, quite frankly, I haven't really been struggling for resources. I do occasionally spend money on the game, and I don't pull for everything. I only pull for the things that I actually want, so all this adds up to me basically getting everything I want with very kind of, very little problem. I mean, yes, there's definitely been times where I've kind of like flushed several hundred tickets down the toilet and haven't really seen anything for it, and I've had to go onto pity on top of that. But then there's also been times where I've kind of luck-sacked everything I want in the banners in like 20 tickets, and like, the way I see it is I've been playing gacha games for long enough that to me, the gacha itself is not really part of the appeal. You get addicted to like the thrill of like gambling on these things, and that is the path to ruination. Okay, that is where you start pulling impulsively. That's where you kind of start spending beyond your means, and I just generally I don't see it as a good time. Like, for me, when I play Opera Omnia, the game is very, very generous when it comes to free resources, and if you just have a little bit of planning, and you pull carefully enough and deliberately enough, then you can, by and large, mitigate most of the RNG in the process. Now, you're still going to get shafted if you have to do back-to-back pities, but the fact that there is a pity system at all, and that you can earn enough to like pity an LD in like a couple of weeks of content, well, maybe not quite that fast, but when divine bods are involved, you do rack up resources rather quickly. I just think the game is very good for that. So I guess I don't really see myself as somebody that does a lot of pull videos, and like that's the whole point of it. But I do like to do them every now and then just for the sake of it. They do tend to get more views than everything else, which I can't blame people for. I mean, everyone likes to see how other people's pulls go, don't they? So we are pulling for Alisaie's LD weapon. I would have been pulling for Garnet's burst were it not for the fact that I did actually luck-sack that on the first banner. And to be honest, even if I didn't, I would have just used my tokens anyway, because I mean, she's a global first, and I'm an FF9 stan, and it's fucking Garnet, and she's busted as hell. So there's no way that I wasn't going to have that weapon. But instead I'm pulling for Alisaie, and I'm doing this like for two reasons. I did actually start playing Final Fantasy XIV, although I have not played it in a while, and I didn't get very far. I'm still in A Realm Reborn, so I don't really know too much about Alisaie. I just know that she seems to have her head screwed on much better than her brother Alphino does at this moment in time. But I have played around with Red Mage, because Red Mage is one of my favourite classes of the ones that I've tried. I just like the aesthetic, the whole sort of like magic and melee thing they've got going on. And now I understand what people were saying when they say that Alisaie is like an almost perfect representation of 14's Red Mage in Opera Omnia. It's as close as they're gonna get, right? I mean, you're missing some skills, and I think if there are any skills that should have been a free turn, it's Flèche and Contre Sixte, because they are literally the OGCD skills, so why on earth they take up a turn count, I have no idea, but I'm not going to complain too much because the animation's pretty cool. And I just like Alisaie is kind of like Magic Lightning. She's always had a similar feel to her because she does a lot of free turns and she gets a lot of like consecutive back-to-back turns. And the more turns that she steals, the more time Garnet's overhead fucking orbital nukes drop on the enemies. So I mean, that's good for me, right? So yeah, I'm like, I don't need Alisaie. I've got like enough green bursts and there's enough powerful characters. I could probably just ride out the wave to fucking Shinryu with Garnet alone because she's that busted. But I mean, it's a game and you're supposed to have fun when you play games, right? So I'm definitely going in for Alisaie. We'll see how the pulls treat me. So I've got my free multi, and I've got my free single draw, yeah, I might as well go in and see how we do. So without further ado, let's go. Let's get my my daily bronze out of the way, which does sometimes end up being a gold. I have got LDs off of those singles before. Not very common occurrence, but hey, it happens. Alright, so we're starting off with a gold orb, but this is probably not anything new because I didn't see any loading in the corner. I'm gonna guess it's like it's an EX, right? It's an Alisaie EX. Come on, show me the money. Yeah, what did I tell you? Alisaie EX. I knew it. And Kaiser's on this banner too, which is interesting. But from what I was reading the adjustment notes for Kaiser's level 90, and he doesn't look that great, to be honest. Like, to actually bring in your team. And now that you've got stuff like you got Garnet's burst effect. Ooh, another gold orb. Let's let this play out. You got stuff like Garnet's burst effect that gives you like bravery refund. You got characters like Selfie that also give you bravery refund on launches. You don't really need Kaiser anymore, because we've got so much battery that we're just going to like max out on battery during the launch. The only thing that you would really want him for would be his frame debuff, which like slows the enemies down. And I guess, like, you know, you've got his skill 1, which has 3 dumps now, and it has splash damage still, but I mean that splash is still only going to be like a single dump's worth of splash, if you know what I mean. So he seems good. I mean, everyone in the level 90 era is kind of dumb for one reason or another. But he doesn't look that interesting to me anymore at this point, which is kind of unfortunate, because he's still like one of the only 2 characters that has like special fucking mid-air launch attacks. The other one, of course, being Reigns, and like he only gets his like special attacks when you actually use his skills. So like Kaiser's the— oh my god, are you seeing this shit right now? What the fuck? What? Okay. I get a Duke Garnet burst apparently. What the fuck? This happened last time. This is how he got the last burst. What is this? I mean, okay. Might as well let this shit play out. I mean, that's kind of ridiculous. Well, if I didn't have it before, I'd certainly have it now. 30 tickets and a Garnet BT. That's fucking incredible. Or was it even 30 tickets? I can't count. But that's not what I'm here for. I will take the tokens and I will be grateful for them. But I am here for the LD, and I am not leaving until I get it. Well, there's a few multis worth of garbage. I do love that we have the 10 ticket pulls now. Like, I love that that's a thing. It definitely helps you flush your resources down the toilet that much faster. Can you remember the old fucking pull videos where I would be recording for like 35 minutes, just clicking this single pull button over and over and over again? Oh my god, it was enough to drive anyone mad. So yeah, definitely appreciate the fact we put like ticket multis in here. So I mean, like, I'm really happy with Garnet and everything, and like, I'm happy that she— okay, there's the wrong LD. It's an LD. I mean, I'll take it. I've already got you, but thanks, I guess. Like, I mean, I'm happy that Garnet's strong, but like, where am I going with this? Like, I mean, I think in this era you can't really give someone that's like too broken, because when Force era comes along, it's basically going to change everything, like FR weapons. And it is true what the JP players say, we don't know when Garnet will get her Force enhancement boards, so she might like fall behind the curve when Shinryu comes around. She's not able to change the Force gauge, but like the way that the Force weapons just kind of like completely change up the way that the game is played. Not sure how to feel about that. But I will be enjoying the hell out of Garnet for the remainder of this era, that is for sure. And then when Ramza gets here, Garnet and Ramza together will just be an absolutely stupid level of like HP cap up. And I'm almost tempted to like add Machina or Twins on top of that, even though realistically I'll probably be using Zack instead. Or Snow BT Plus if I want to be really abusive. Man, I don't know how to feel about Snow's burst either. I've seen like the ways that people abuse that thing. Dealing like damage above the cap, and it's just it's absolutely filthy. In fact, it's like, it almost looks like a bug. It's way too broken. And what the fuck is with all these Alisaie EXs? Like, is her sphere even that good? Her sphere is pretty decent actually for magic attackers. I'll keep those. I've got enough ingots for it. Might as well. So it's interesting that I've noticed that like attack, as opposed to brave damage, attack is like becoming more valuable now because of enemy defenses. Like it's like back in Chaos. Although we've got Lock coming out soon, and Lock is just going to completely solve that problem just by virtue of existing. Although if I'm honest, I'm probably not going to use him all that much. I probably would have used him more if Garnet didn't exist. But I mean, like, literally, we've got Garnet and we've got Liudo, or Liud, or how you... Fucking the Japanese name is Liudo. Liudo. Why would you translate that as, like, fucking Liud? Like, who says that? and then spell it like that. Anyway, whatever. We've got Liud, and his auras are, like, his attack auras are bonkers. And then we've got Garnet, who's just bonkers in, like, every sense. And then, like, if that's not enough, like, Jack and Faris debuffs exist as call abilities. Like, there's no enemy that's going to have such high defense that you won't be able to, like, pierce through it like it's nothing, right? It would have to be, like, one of those, like, dodgy-ass quests. Like, you know, like, fucking, what was it? Fucking... The event when Sabin, or Sabin, however you pronounce it, got his LD weapon, and the enemies, like, had super chunky defenses, obviously to sell the fact that, like, Sabin has defense ignore on his skills. It would have to be something like that. And then again, we've got Strago's level 90 coming up fairly soon, which is going to be cool. Like, his EX is a bazooka that sadly does not ignore defense, but his skill 1 does. I do like that about his skill 1. But his regular skills do just stay as double dumps, so like he's not really like a powerhouse outside of his EX. That said, I'm definitely going to be trying something silly like fucking Garnet and Liud with Strago, and I'll give Strago my ultimate weapon staff. That'll be funny. Rapid fire bazooka EXs. But I can't help but notice we are basically a couple of 100 tickets down now, and I have not seen sight nor sound of Alisaie's LD, which is highly unfortunate. It's going to get to the point where I'm going to start having to skip gold orbs as well, but it is what it is. See, I look sack the burst, and then I can't even get the LD that I want. I mean, that's how it goes, right? RNG is nothing if not a troll, at least it's consistent in that sense. Alright, well, we've got another gold orb here. Come on, end my suffering already. You know what, I'll skip it. Fuck. Alright. Did not expect to be going for this long. Did not expect to be pulling this much, but the things we do for our favourites, am I right? Come on, give me some of that give me some of that RDM goodness. Come on, Alisaie, don't do this to me. You absolute stinker. I know that's not you in there. I know that's not your weapon. I did not do a batch download. I'll let it play out anyway. Tell you what though, when I get down to 200 tickets, I'm going to be skipping past everything. I kind of want this to be done. Come on, come on, fucking how many EXs is that now? I'm drowning in Alisaie EXs. I don't need that many. I probably don't even have enough books for all of that shit. I just want the LD. Come on, come on. At least have mercy on me until the next fucking divine boards. Like, there we go! Finally! Okay. Well, I didn't see the loading there actually either, so I don't know. Maybe I already got it as part of the Eiko... Eiko? Fucking no, what am I thinking of? The Garnet burst batch. Whatever. Anyway! We have the LD. We are out of here. I need to get this girl cleaned up. I need to get her Crystal 90 online, and then I guess I'll record some shit with her. So there we go. Interesting to give her a ranged attack for the LD when everything else is magic, but I mean whatever. Anyway, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you well actually yeah. it is ranged. It is physical. That is correct. Just like redoublement is physical. Anyway, on that note, thanks everyone for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope everyone who pulled for Ali had better luck than I did. And yeah, until the next time, I will say take care and goodbye.